Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking all about the 12 item work wardrobe. So these are essentially the basic pieces that I feel make up the foundations or core of a work wardrobe that actually in themselves are the only things that you really need, the only items that you're going to need to reach for. Obviously, you can have multiples of these items. I'm just saying that these are the types of things that you should have in your arsenal so that you can build your outfit for day to day while looking good and professional and feeling great in what you're wearing. So I am going to show you a couple of different options for each item. Over on my blog, I am going to also be doing an entire roundup and talking through all the different ways that you can wear these items in combination with each other to make up so many different outfit options. So starting with the first item, it is a shell top. The one that I've got here is from Everlane, and as you'll see, it's in a simple black and white stripe. One of the key things for me when it comes to kind of building a core wardrobe is to keep everything in a neutral color palette. Obviously, if you love color, then you might have kind of a more neutral color palette that is very colorful. But for me, I tend to go for more whites, grays, blacks, beige, that sort of thing. Now, the other thing that I wanted to say is that in Australia, where I live, wearing a shell top like this, which is sleeveless, is acceptable in every single workplace that I have been in, and I've worked in both corporate and in creative industries. So obviously, this is going to come down to your own personal judgment and also your workplace dress code, but I haven't had any issues. If there is, I'd say a cap sleeve is also a really great alternative. But what I really love about this is that it's just such a simple piece. It goes with absolutely everything, whether that's a skirt or a pair of tailored trousers. I think it's a really great thing to have underneath a blazer that you can just take your blazer off when you're feeling really warm and you're still going to look really put together and professional. So that is the first item. The second one I wanted to share is more of a blousey top. So this is something that is not a shirt, but it's not a shell top. So it's something that could also have a bit more personality to it. Obviously, this is down to your own personal style. And if you want to see a video that I've done on how to find your personal style, I will link it up here in the cards for you to check out. The one that I've chosen here is from Susan. Unfortunately, this is really old, but I will link a similar option in the description box below. But again, I love the neutral color palette of this. This is white and black again, but the spots definitely add a little bit of interest, and it does have ruffle sleeves. And I get compliments every single time that I wear this, which is sort of why I tend to gravitate towards it so much. It's very easy to wear whether it's tucked in or not, and again, it pairs really well with trousers and with skirts, which is one of the reasons why I reach for it so often. The other top that I wanted to mention, which is in the same category, is a new addition for me, and it is from a brand called Imoni Melbourne. I think that's how you say it, not 100% sure, but this one has very, very blousey sleeves, very oversized. It's a bit more boho-ish. Again, it's in a very muted color. This is sort of a smoky blue-gray, which I really like. This is semi-sheer, so I would probably wear a little cami or something like that underneath it, but again, this is all down to how you interpret your dress code. But I do like this, and same with the other top. It's very gorgeous just tucked in or worn loose as well. The next top I think you need to have is a shirt, and my shirt of choice is this one here from Equipment. This is just a simple blue shirt, very like oversized and loose. It's got a little pocket. Obviously, this is down to you what color you want to have. A white shirt's always a great go-to. Black one is good as well. Even something with a bit of print on it is great. This is a very traditional corporate basic piece to have in your wardrobe, but it's also great because it can do double duty for your weekend style as well, depending on how you want to wear it. I mean, you could wear it as a bit of a jacket, worn loose, or you can wear it with shorts, that sort of thing in the weekend. But again, this looks great with skirts, trousers, culottes, all that kind of thing. And again, I would also tuck this in or wear it loose. It's all down to your personal style and your interpretation of that. I do think the other option for a shirt would be a silk shirt. So I really like Everlane for their silk shirts. I think they do a really good job of them. This one is the rounded collar. I'm not sure if they have this style anymore, but the silk point collar is also lovely. But I think it's just great to have a few different color options, as these are such a good go-to and they look fantastic underneath the blazer. The last top I want to mention is a sweater, and obviously this is a bit of a more seasonal piece, but depending on your office you could have aircon, so it's always great to just have one. Either this or maybe a little button-up cardigan, that'd be really cute too. This is from Maybelline too. You guys know I tend to go to them a lot for basics just as they are very good quality, but I think the price point is really accessible at Maybelline, particularly if you're building a more corporate wardrobe and just investing a little bit more in items that are going to last the test of time. I've had this for 3 years now and it still looks great. This is a charcoal grey. It's going to go with absolutely everything. This is a slightly fitted jumper. It's fitted through the sleeves but slightly loose through the body. I really like it. I've got this in a size small in case you guys were wondering. Sorry about the noise, my cats are running around. But you don't need to go for grey, you could go for any colour under the sun. I just wanted to make sure that every item that I have here all pair together really effortlessly, because it's all about, you know, having that wardrobe that you can just reach for and that you know is all going to work in harmony together. Okay, next are blazers, and I've got two that I'm going to share just because I think I talk about black blazers all the time, but again, it does not have to be a black blazer. This one here is from Helmut Lang, and I've had this for quite a few years now. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the detail on camera, but I will do a cutaway of how this looks on. This is sits at the hip. I just think that this makes me look so much more put together. It's very professional looking and it does tie a whole outfit. And again, this is going to go with everything from a dress to a skirt to trousers. This is just going to be a great go-to and a good topper to your look. The other blazer that I have, this one's a little bit more affordable, but I also think that it looks very good quality for the price. This one's from Pimki, which I got via ASOS. It's a white blazer. So yeah, you know, saying that you don't need to have a black blazer, you can go for any color under the sun. This one doesn't have a button closure up the front, but it does have that nice lapel detail and two pockets, which are always handy. And I think one of the things that is a little bit more high quality on this piece is that it has the 3 buttons here at the end of the sleeves. So you can see that there's a bit of detail in it, but it's otherwise very simple and isn't going to detract too much from your overall outfit. Okay, next are dresses, and this one here is from Forever New. It is super cute, and I think that this is so lovely, particularly if you work in a corporate office. Just wearing something that's very kind of like a sheath dress, I guess, but I like the fact that with this style here, it actually also has a belt which nips you in at the waist, has a high neckline, has a little bit of detail at the back, which I think is a little bit interesting, but it's not too risque. And then it has a wrap skirt, but as you can see, you're not actually going to be flashing any legs. So this is definitely a more modest dress to go for. The style that you choose is obviously going to be down to your workplace, but I always feel like the ones that look really professional and really just pulled together are the ones that are a bit more fitted and come to the knee. So yeah, that's this one here, and this is in a really nice sort of knitted fabric, which I think is really lovely and very, very comfortable. So yeah, and I feel like this would look so cute underneath that white blazer that I mentioned earlier. Next up are skirts, and I have to say I've had a little bit more fun pulling these items. They're a little bit different to everything else that I've shared in that there's a bit of color, but there's also a really interesting silhouette. So I think I'll go with the one that is going to make up the 12 items I share on my blog first, and that is this black skirt from Cameo Collective. Now this is basically down to my ankles. It's a very long skirt, a lot longer than I'd anticipated when I bought it online, but I love it. It's got a zip-up closure at the back. But the hemline is really asymmetrical and floaty and has a lot of movement and a lot of interest. And this is the kind of thing that, you know, you reach for and it makes you feel really excited to, you know, wear it and go into the office. And I love that sort of stuff. I feel really great in this. So obviously in the black, it's going to go really well with everything else that I've just shared with you. But I think that it does have that added interest with the floaty hemline. If skirts aren't for you, they're not for you, but I do feel like they're a really great piece to have in your wardrobe, a great item to have in your work wardrobe to reach for every day. The second skirt is one that I borrowed from a friend, and this one is so incredible. So this one is from By Johnny, that's right. And what I love about this is the fact that it kind of shows that your work wardrobe does not have to be boring at all. This is a pencil skirt. It comes to just below the knee, and it's so stunning. It's candy stripe. This reminds me of those licorice all sorts. I absolutely love it with the silver exposed zipper detail at the back, and it also has a slit down here at the back of the skirt too. So this is a very classic silhouette, but there's a lot of fun and whimsy in the actual style of it. So definitely a great one. While this wouldn't go with everything, I don't think it would pair very well with that blue shirt. I do think that this is a really gorgeous kind of style to have in your closet. I think it's a really great example of a piece that can be really versatile for your work wardrobe. Obviously, this is the kind of thing that you could wear with all of the colors that you can see here in the stripes. So yeah, that one's really lovely. Then I'm going to talk about trousers. Now, I've gotten so into trousers since moving to Sydney. It's definitely been more of a Australian thing. Now, my favourite trousers are from Uniqlo, and they're just the sort of straight tapered leg trouser. I love these. These are the wool trousers. They're very affordable. They're only $50, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to get something that is good quality and that's going to last. These are also very, very easy to care for. You just throw them in the washing machine, which I love. I just think that there's something about wearing sort of a power suit, so wearing this with a shirt and then a blazer and a great pair of heels. I just love that combination, but also you can really dress this down and you can wear it with sort of an oversized sweater or something like that, which is something I do a lot at my workplace just because the dress code is a little bit more relaxed. So yeah, definitely a great pair of trousers are good to have, and they are so versatile. And I mean, these are also something that I would take with me on holiday and have taken with me on holiday too, because they can do double duty for weekend and for work. Now, the last clothing item that I want to talk about before I get into accessories is a good jacket or coat. So this is obviously seasonal, but when it is warmer, I think a trench coat is a really great item to reach for. Mine's from Maybelline again. Like I said, they just do really great basics, and I kind of gravitate towards the brand a lot for that. So this one is, I think, just below the knee. It ties at the waist. It's you know, I mean, it's really classic. This is the sort of thing that's never going to go out of fashion. It's something that you're going to have for years and years to come, which I think when you're building a work wardrobe, it's really good to kind of go for those more classic items. Again, this is something that I also wear on the weekend. It's really great for casual style too. So very versatile piece. And for when it is colder, I would wear a coat. So my current coat of choice is this one here from COS, and this one I've had for a couple of years now, so unfortunately it's no longer available, but if I can find something similar again, I will link it down below. But this is just very simple. There's not much fuss or too much detail to it at all. It just zips up down the center, and it's a kind of a cocooned shape. So good to have something that's very classic, simple, not too out there, sort of what I tend to go for. And then I want to talk about accessories. So there's 2 pairs of shoes and also a bag. So I might just start with heels, and I think a great pair of black pumps, always a go-to for me. I actually have a pair from Mascara that I keep underneath my desk, and I wear them so often. I absolutely love them. This pair here from Isabel Marant is also a great option if you need something that's a little bit higher. I will find some alternatives because these are quite old. Or if you prefer a more rounded toe, I do like the day heel from Everlane. I wear these heaps to work as well, in addition to on the weekend too. So they are also a really great option. The second pair of shoes that I think are great to have for your work wardrobe is a really lovely pair of flats. Now, this is going to differ depending on your personal style. I like a pointed toe flat or a ballet flat. I don't have any ballet flats because I wore out the pair that I had last time. They're from Porcelli. I think Porcelli do beautiful ballet flats, and I will link them down below so you can check them out. But the pair of choice that I currently have that I've been reaching for are these from Senso. So they are a muted pink or a pinky mauve kind of color. They're suede, and they have this cute little bow detail at the back. I just think that these are really interesting. They're really fun and a little bit quirky, but I also feel like they're quite timeless as well, and they just pair really effortlessly and elegantly with the rest of my work wardrobe. But if you aren't into ballet flats or pointed toe flats, then I think loafers are also a great option. Again, these are from Everlane. I have way too much stuff from there. If you can't tell, it takes over my wardrobe a bit, but yeah, these I just think are a really great one, and I have them in the classic black. And these are obviously going to go with everything. And the final item is a great tote bag. Now, you guys know, if you are long-time subscribers of my channel, that I reach for the Linear tote bag. This is a soft tote in the kind of mahogany brown. I will link it down below. I did do a whole review on this. If you want to check it out, I'll pop it up here. But I really like this. I think it is very, very classic. It's very understated. There's not much to it, you know, there's no branding or anything like that. It's held its shape. It doesn't look scruffy. It's worn very well. And I get compliments on this all the time. I just think it's such a classic piece, something that I personally couldn't do without. So I love that. I love the way that it looks. And again, I just think it's very professional. So a great tote bag or something similar. I know the Prada Seffiano tote is one that a lot of girls tend to go for their work wardrobe. And again, that looks stunning, and it's sort of, I guess, a similar style, but it just has a really organized interior, which maybe that's what you're looking for. So that is my 12 item work wardrobe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are just entering the workforce or on the hunt for a new job, I do hope that this gave you a bit of inspiration on where to start. Please do subscribe if you're new, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.